Hey everybody, Dr. Linda here, and today I want to talk to you about no excuses for managing your weight. None. Zip. Have you ever heard the term big frame or little frame, medium frame, small frame, big bone, little bone, all that good stuff? So I have met many a client who have said, you know what, I'm just a big bone woman. God made me this way. And I have met the same type of client way on the other end of the scale. Says, you know what, I have always had little bones. And you know what I said to them? Your bones weigh almost exactly what mine weigh, with a little bit of ounces different, maybe. There is no such thing as big boned. In fact, research study, because that's what I'm good at, 34-year-old man, 176 pounds, 14 pounds of body fat. With the water and the soft muscle tissue on his bones only weighed 7.92 pounds. 40-year-old man, 260 pounds, 101 pounds of that fat. His bones only weighed 9.27 pounds. Two men, 34, 40 years old, almost 84 pounds difference, 176 to 260. And their bones weighed about a pound and a half difference between them. So you would have to weigh a whole heck of a lot for your bones to weigh much more than mine, right? So don't go with that. I'm going to tell you where the big bone or little frame theory came from. It's pretty interesting, and you want to hear this because this will ixnay the excuses on your bone size, your skeleton size for the rest of your life. Okay, so in 1942, Metropolitan Life Insurance needed a way to put people into different life insurance categories. So the ideal thing that they did was they took data for over a long period of time, longevity data, from 1911 to 1935. And then they accumulated and calculated all that data. And they looked at three things, which I thought were pretty good. Sex, so difference between men and women, height, absolutely, and their weight, right? So they took all that data from 4 million people, longevity data over 24 years. Took all that data and it meant nothing because they couldn't fit it into a bell curve. And so if you know anything about statistics, everything fits into a bell curve if it's valid data, right? And this is where the majority of people fit, with some outliers, right? Their data didn't fit. 4 million pieces of data times 3. It's 120 million pieces of data that didn't fit into the bell curve. So they didn't know how to come up with ways to charge different people different prices, because God forbid everything should be fair and across the board, right? So what they did was they came up with these terms: small frame, medium frame, and large frame. Pretty cool, huh? Except who gets to decide what's small, medium, and large? Now, this is why I am so excited, because as I have been managing people's weights for like 17 years, and y'all know how much research that I love to do, I have never been able to find the study or the official document that says how Metropolitan Life Insurance came up with their criteria to decide who had a small frame, medium frame, and large frame. And guess what? I found it. Fucking A, found it. So I went and read it. It didn't make any damn sense to me, so I went and grabbed a measuring tape, and I'm going to read it again here with you, and we are going to look and see where I would fall. Okay, so I'm a female. I am 5'6", and put my glasses on. Bend forearm upward at a 90-degree angle. Keep fingers straight and turn the inside of your wrist toward your body. Not sure how that would change my frame, but let's do it anyway. Place your thumb and index finger on the other hand on the two bones on either side of the elbow. So I'm guessing these two prominent bones right here. Measure a space between your fingers on a ruler. See if I can do this. All right, I'm holding it there. It is just about 2.5 inches. All right, so we'll just keep that. We'll just round it to 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches is the space between those two prominent bones. Okay, compare with the tables below listing elbow measurements for medium frame, men and women. Measurements lower than those listed indicate small frame, and higher measurements indicate a large frame. Okay, so it says for women, when there is an elbow breadth, for someone my height, that space for an average, what did I say? Medium frame. So that space is 2 3/8 inches. 2 5/8 inches would be a medium frame person. And my was 2.5, so that would be the same as 2 4/8, and so I would fall directly in front of that medium, or directly in the middle of their criteria for a medium frame person, which seems kind of cool, right? Given the way that I look and shape. Well, let me tell you what, when I was 50 pounds lighter and weighed a mere 100 pounds, you would have never, ever, ever, ever in a million years considered me a medium frame person. And when I was 5'6" and 200 pounds, you would have looked at me and never, ever, 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 ever considered me a medium frame person, right? There's no statistical, scientific data, whatever you want to call it, behind the concept of medium, small, large frame, big bone, little bone, whatever. Myths. So the next time that you catch yourself saying, you know what, I'm just big boned, I'm always going to weigh more than somebody else, cut that shit right out, because it ain't true. And if you think it's true, you go find me the scientific data and show me, because I love to be wrong. That is how I learn. I love to be wrong. That's how I learn. Do it. No big frame, no little frame, no medium frame. You is what you is, and whatever your weight is what that scale says. Okay?